The BMW X5 and X6 facelifts are here, and here are 5 things you need to know about them. First change is in the engine lineup. The 30D may still be here, but the 40i is now only available on the X6. And now the M50i has been rebadged as the M60i, which is quite a controversial move from BMW because the M60i is usually only reserved for their luxury V12 models. Here we find it in a 4.4 litre V8. The best change though has to come from the plug-in hybrids. The new one is called the 50e and it gets a bigger 25.7 kWh battery as well as a bigger power figure. This bigger battery also means that you get a far longer range. Here it is 68 miles. And you may remember that the Mercedes-Benz C300e also has a 68-mile range. And that won my runner-up car of the year, mainly down to this exceptional range. So expect this new BMW X5 or BMW X6 to be winning similar awards when it comes next year. Design-wise, we find there are much slimmer headlights as well as redesigned bumpers as well, most noticeable on the M Sport models. And there's also a new Isle of Man green paint finish, famously, well not famously, but known for being on the press pictures of the BMW M3. However, this colour will only be available on the much higher spec M60i models and probably the X5M and X6M when they come along later. The most profound change though with the styling has to be BMW's new illuminated grille. And they've fallen in the trap, haven't they? I don't think it's going to look exceptional. I think it's going to look a little bit chintzy, but we'll have to wait and see when we see one on the road. The new X5 and new X6 also get the latest iDrive system. That's iDrive 8, a lot like every single other BMW has been getting recently. And I think it's much better than the Mercedes-Benz equivalent system or Tesla system. And I might get slightly pelted out by rocks for this, but I'll explain why. Firstly, the M-Buck system, which you'll find in the Mercedes-Benz, is portrait, which is a problem because it means you're going to have to look right down in the footwell if you want to see a simple function. And also, Mercedes-Benz have got this like 3D effect on all their screens. I mean, on the digital driver's display, it doesn't actually look too bad, but on the actual main screen itself, it looks a bit old-fashioned and doesn't look very sleek. As for Tesla, I'll explain the problem very quickly, and that's that it's far too complicated. I mean, do you really need a button in one of the sub-menus just to open the glove box? I don't think you do, and it also lacks a feature, that's the Wi-Fi Hotspot. BMW give you this Wi-Fi Hotspot which you can just connect to, which is really useful, I think, if you're out in the wilderness, who knows. But I must say there is one very spiteful, outrageous, ridiculous and scandalous feature on the new BMW infotainment systems, and that's that they charge you a subscription fee just to have like heated seats on and also the heated steering wheel on. I mean, how stupid is that? You already spent, I don't know, £80,000 on this car. I don't think you need to pay more money just to have the luxury of a heated seat. So what are these two new cars going to drive like? Well, every single model of the new X5 and new X6 get launch control, including the diesels, which I find quite a cool feature. I mean, why wouldn't you want to race off the lights? The M60i variants even get a sprint mode, which gives you an extra burst of power. Don't ask me why BMW just don't give you the whole maximum power, but yeah, they have decided to do that. And there's also a rear drive bias as well as active steering, so that BMW is definitely holding on to best driving luxury SUV title for the X5 and also the X6. The final thing to say then is that Hans Zimmer has been doing his magic once again on the sounds this new plug-in hybrid X5 and X6 are going to make. Much like with the iX, you can have a mellifluent, and I might have just looked that up, car to drive with this new X6 or X5. I mean, they could make these nice enchanting sounds, they could make these nice relaxing sounds. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see what sort of sounds this car makes, but I do like it. I think it's quite a unique feature. What do you call it in business? A unique selling point. That's what it is. So, thank you for watching this video. I was actually intending this to be a YouTube short, but clearly there is more information on these YouTube channels say. So I hope you enjoyed this slightly elongated video and have told you 5 things about these 2 new cars. Thank you.